So, hey guys, we'll just chat a little bit and wait and see if any more people come, or if they don't, we'll just hang out with you. Where to look? I don't know where to look. Also, please don't look at my eyelashes too carefully. I put them on, but yeah, Jay's not here. We're actually at the Diet TV studio. Yeah, I didn't make a reservation, and I came and I got in a little bit of trouble.
YOLO.
A little bit of trouble. But yeah, we're at the Diet TV studio. It took us forever to figure out how to turn this on. So when this saves to my channel, the first 2 minutes are going to be us going, are we live? Are we live? Thank you.
Eyebrows on fleek, though.
Oh my God.
Got no eyebrows. My eyebrows are now.
I feel like they're too dark, but whatever, it's fine. I don't know how to do eyebrows. I don't really understand how they're supposed to work. Like,
I don't either.
I watch all the tutorials, and I'm just like, that looks so great, and then I do it, and it just looks like this. Like, there's no other, like, they have all kind of, like, definition, and, like, but, you know, at least I don't really have eyebrows, so I have to draw them on, or I just, there's, like,
I just don't do anything with my eyebrows. I'll just go all natural with my eyebrows.
I do just because, like, if not, like, I had a piercing. I had a piercing on this eye. So where the piercing was, there's like no hair anymore. So it's just like eyebrow and then like nothing. So why don't you just introduce yourself first, since this is on my channel?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Ariel. I am a person living here in Korea.
But you were on Lily. She was on, so there's like a dating, like a Blasian dating. There's like a Blasian dating show. What is it called? Like Blasian?
I don't know what it was called.
Wait,
I don't remember.
Look at that. No, she looks like such a bitch in that video. There's like Lily Petals. She changed the name of her channel. It's like Lily Petals.
Lily Petals World.
Lily Petals World. It used to be like Blasian Family Channel. And she had like a blind date thing, like a Blasian blind date thing.
It was terrible. Just look up Lily's Blasian dating show.
Yeah, and she's on it, and she makes fun of someone with autism.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't know. I wasn't making fun of him. I just thought he was weird.
I'm not introducing you very well.
He was being weird, so I was.
But she didn't know that he had Asperger's.
Yes.
Until the great review. Anyways, it's a shit show. You guys should watch it.
It's terrible, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
You guys should watch it. You should definitely watch it. Lily's nice and everything, but that you didn't come up with your chick on that. In the summer in Korea, I don't have natural hair.
I don't have natural hair either.
You don't?
No, my hair's relaxed.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the thing about natural hair. Like, I want natural hair so bad. I just can't commit. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna go natural, and then like 2 months into like not having no relaxed hair, I'm just like, it's just so much easier. It's just easier. That's it. There's no other reason. I prefer natural hair, but it is just a lot easier. But I can say that, Ariel, how long have you been in Korea?
Oh. I've been here as a teacher for a little bit over a year and like a few months.
She's been here for that amount of time. She originally had a Korean man.
Oh my God. We tell all about business.
But she don't know. But that's why at first a lot of people were that's how your channel kind of like got off the ground, right? Yeah. That's done. So that's nice.
We don't talk about him no more.
Yeah. But yeah, so back to hair. Finding hair stuff in Korea is not the easiest, but you can.
Like there's that one little hair shop in Itaewon. Yeah.
And there's the Itaewon Beauty Supply, which is like way overpriced. If you watch my Snapchat, it's way overpriced.
I just bought some Shea Moisture mousse from there the other day, like a few weeks ago. It was like $20. I was like, oh my God, but I needed some. I bought it.
Relaxers, $20. I got some like moist. Pretty much everything is $20. It doesn't matter how much it costs. And then they have like these really short wigs that are like $15 in the States that were 120,000 won, so like 120 bucks.
No, what?
So they're really overpriced, but you can find stuff. So if you come to Korea and you're worried about your hair, I wouldn't worry too much. There is like honey hair, and there's a few other like ones where you can order online that are based in Korea. And then there's Itaewon Beauty Supply, which they have they don't have everything, but they have what you need.
Yeah.
Even though they're everything's gonna be overpriced. I would just bring a ton of stuff. Ton of stuff with you. Jay's fine. Jay's at home. I think he's sleeping, being lazy. It is really hard to get him to get out of the house, you guys. He just he goes to work and then he wants to hang out at home. And I was like, why don't you come and film with us? And he was like, just have fun with your friend. But we will be back in the studio. I should be editing a video this weekend. I just have 3 jobs plus this K-pop. I'm working for a K-pop producer now, helping him write English songs and stuff. So I'm trying to do that, and then I have 2 corporate business English jobs, and then I'm also one of my subscribers gave me a job at her company, so I'm also trying to do that. And so between all of that, I haven't really had time to edit, but I'm going to try to either edit tomorrow, so Sunday, or Monday. One of those 2 days, I will have a video up, I promise, because it's been 3 weeks. And Jay will film with me. I think he said sometime next week we're going to film another video together, because it's been a while since I've had a video with Jay. How humid is Korea during How humid is Korea during the summer? Korean summer is in Celsius. Let's see if I can do that. I would say it ends up being around 35 to 38 degrees. I feel like that's about it.
It also depends where you are.
It depends on where you are. If you're in Busan or in near the sea, it's going to be a lot cooler. And then in Seoul, it's a lot hotter, but it's humid. It's humid. It feels like if any of you have ever been to the southern parts of the U.S. during the summer, Georgia or something, I always say it's almost identical to when I went to Savannah in the summer.
Yeah.
It's sticky and humid.
Yeah.
I don't really like Korean summers. It also rains a lot.
Oh.
I don't really like Korean summers that much. I mean, the weather right now though is perfect.
On fleek.
Sorry, it's perfect. Yeah, weather.
Summer at almost. It's my least favorite.
What are your shoe sizes?
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. No.
I wear a US size 10.
I wear a US 10 and a half. 10 and a half, 2 and 11, sometimes a 10. Okay, every now and then, but mostly a 10 and a half. So can we find shoes? Nope.
Nah.
Nope. Nope. Actually, though, I found this really wait, I think I still have it on my phone. I found this really amazing website though, where you can get handmade shoes. So you can order those here, but it's gonna cost you more. So they have a huge range of things that you can get. But it's the shoes are $100 each. So, but they're well-made shoes, handmade shoes, really stylish stuff too. So I'm thinking maybe I'll order 1 or 2 really well-made shoes, and just instead of getting a bunch of all my shoes are from Target.
No, I don't know about here, but where I don't live in Seoul, I live in Yeoju, it's a little tiny town outside in the boondocks. And we got an E-Mart, which is a Walmart back home. And our E-Mart has a shoe store in it now. So I've been able to get shoes.
Wait, does the Payless shoe have up to a 10?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a Payless. It's not called Payless. There's a Payless. There's a Payless in the E-Mart near my house too, but I just didn't notice any size. Maybe they do have it.
Yeah,
I just didn't know. Because I can fit a size 10 if I will myself to.
You must believe I bought 8 pair of shoes that day. I was too tired.
You can also order these days. Ordering from the States is not that hard. When I first came to Korea, it was really expensive, but now with I feel global, they changed their trade laws, so now the global shipping to here isn't that expensive. So you can go on Amazon, I think Old Navy, Macy's, all of these places will ship to the States quite easily. Even Target ships to not to the States, sorry, ships to Korea. So you can do that if you really want to get stuff. I also order on AliExpress a lot because it's in China and things get here really fast. Like, I got this super cute donut phone case.
Super cute.
Yeah, on AliExpress, so you can do that too. But yeah, finding shoes here are not the easiest, and I sometimes get sad because Korea has a lot of cute shoes, and I can't fit any of them.
And they're like in the little subway stations, like they're so cheap.
They're so cheap. They're like $10, and they're so cute.
Oh, there's like size 3. Okay,
they go up. I think the largest size in Korea is the average size in a store is a 250, which I think is a size 7.5. You can find up to a 255, which is a size 8. I think. That's it. Like, you're not gonna find in store. You're not gonna find anything else. Gmarket.com. They have an English site. You can also order shoes from there. And you have to type big size yosong shoes. Big size women's shoes. Big size.
Big size.
Where's the alcohol?
I'm sick.
Yeah, I actually can't drink these days. I'm taking medication because I might have arthritis. I almost said ulcer. Oh no, knock on all the wood. Oh no, I might have arthritis. So I've been taking medication for my joint pain. Jenny, how do you find the reception to your channel? I don't have surprisingly, even though we're a multicultural couple, I don't really get a whole lot of bad comments. I have the one video about why Jay and I decided to move to the States. We're back in Korea, but why we decided to move to the States. And on that video, occasionally I get one or two racist comments. But I would say out of the thousands of comments I get, maybe only a handful are bad. Maybe 5 or 6 every 6 months. I don't really. The reception has been fine.
Whenever I did have my person. When we made videos, we didn't get very many negative comments either. So occasionally there's this one person that would always comment, but I like to think I'm a bad bitch and I can take anybody's criticism. I ain't blocking nobody. You can say all you want. I'm not gonna delete your comments. I'm gonna let it stay there. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so I always have this one person that always has to say something all the time. But
you get.
I eventually blocked him because it got on my nerves.
Yeah, you get a few. There's a few people. Most of the stuff is why don't you get I get some that are why don't you get with a real man or something
like that. Yeah, people say that to me, and when Jihoon and I were in the U.S.
Yeah,
we'd be walking on the street and there would be some guy where were we? When we were in Atlanta, and there was these guys these black dudes chilling on the wall or whatever. Who walks by, and he was like, "That's your man?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I bet I could do it better than he can. Why don't you get with a real man?" Right in front of my boyfriend.
I don't understand why people think that way. I actually, in public, I've never gotten that because Jay's 6'4". I mean, there's not a whole lot people are gonna say because he's really tall, but I never really got that. But I do get comments like that and comments about just inappropriate things.
Yeah,
so I get some of that occasionally, but other than that, I don't really. Is Arielamazinggday not attractive anymore?
Active.
Oh, active. I was like, what? I was about to get mad. I was like, what's the left school I'm walking from?
No, I don't typically. Well, if that's the channel name with all those Z's, you on the wrong channel. That ain't me, boo boo. But no, I don't really post dance covers anymore. I think the last one I did was last year. I think it was Bang 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 by Big Bang.
Bang Bang Bang. Do, do, do. Bang Bang Bang. Anyway.
Why sound just like GD right now?
Yeah.
Walker Fair. I don't know.
Is there anything that you miss from the U.S.?
Girl.
What do you What do you miss? Let's see, what do I
was
miss?
trying to process the list of things I missed.
Okay, the one thing I missed, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about shoes anymore, but I do miss being able to just go to a store and find not just shoes, but clothes. Just find my size, real easily. I'm a size, I look 10, 12. So my size is in stores. I don't have to, usually search that hard to find my size. And I can't find anything in Korea. When I go shopping, I'm always that isn't even going to fit over my left leg. The shorts are so small. Everything is free size. And, I can go to Forever 21 or some stores like that, but,
Forever 21 is lifesaver.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver.
H&M.
Like H&M, because they're Western, like Zara, but Zara's expensive. Yeah. And I can't fit their pants because my booties are big. But yeah, I miss that. What's something that you miss?
I miss food because I'm fat.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And my family. I really miss my family. But food though, like I miss good old American like Papa John's pizza. Pizza in Korea is not as salty as it is back home.
No, and it's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
it's got like this sweet, and they put corn on it, which I will never understand. I mean, it doesn't taste that bad, but I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get the corn on pizza.
I miss American pizza.
Oh, I really, really want like some Cajun. You don't like seafood.
No, I don't.
But I really like Louisiana, like Cajun, like seasoned, like I can't even think of what I want to say. I'm getting hungry. It's just like spicy. It's like whatever. But and I miss Mexican food, like good Mexican food. I'm hungry.
I miss Doritos.
Oh, like real Doritos?
Yes. Korean Doritos are terrible.
Yeah, they're not very good. They're not very good. And the Cool Ranch doesn't taste like Cool Ranch.
I don't know what it tastes like. It tastes like some sort of like yogurt or something.
Yeah, it does. It has like a yogurty taste to it. It doesn't taste like Cool Ranch. I miss Cheetos. Oh, we're only talking about food right now.
I miss. Y'all have White Castle on the northeast, southwest coast?
We have White Castle in Georgia.
Oh, okay. I used to go to White Castle. We have, like, in our White Castle, it's a White Castle and a Church's Chicken together. So I go to White Castle / Church's Chicken and order me a 9-piece chicken ring with a side of mashed potatoes and gravy and dip the chicken rings in the mashed potatoes. There'd be some days I had to wake up and I was like, I want some chicken rings and mashed potatoes right now.
Hello from Korea. Do any of you cook at home? I started cooking, but it's weird to have no oven. Yeah, I'm buying an oven. Did you buy one?
Yeah, I bought another.
Like a little mini one?
Yeah. So it's magical. I baked a cake the other day.
Oh, did you? I really want those cupcakes, Bettina. They're like cupcakes with like strawberry frosting, like real American cupcakes, like sweet as, they were sweet, but they were so good. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today.
I may or may not have baked that the other day.
Did you really? That's what I mean. I've been craving it so much. But cooking, I don't. Jay went to culinary school, so Jay's like a proper like he can cook. Jay can cook. So I never cook because unless it's spaghetti. That's the only thing I ever make. Because he cooks so well that there's very little need for me to cook, and when I cook, it's not as good. So I just let him cook. But if it's baking, like I had an oven before, but we gave it to his mom before we left to go to States. Now that we're back, I need to buy another oven because I really like baking, like cookies, cakes, bread. Like I'm a big baker, but it is weird to not have an oven. But I would suggest go to like E-Mart or Home Plus or one of those places and they have the little like toaster ovens, but they work. Use it to make cookies and everything, like chicken, whatever you want to make.
For me, I think the worst part of living in Korea is I don't get to see my family. I love my family. Like. So for me, that's the worst part about living in Korea. The best part? Oh no. I don't know. I guess it's now I'm here and I'm living by myself, so I can just do whatever I want all the time. So
I feel like
I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me the best part about living here is I feel like I have so much more freedom to just like live my life and do what I want here than I do in the States, and partially just because I feel like cost of living is kind of low. Like I don't really need that much money, so yeah. To go out and like juice. And I don't know. I think it's hard to say the best part, but I do just generally just enjoy being here. I just like Korea.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. The worst part, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I don't really like getting stared at all the time and having people like be all up in the bit. Like I'm just a person, and I feel like people act like I'm
something's
like a thing, like not a person. You know what I mean? Like, or like when I'm walking by someone and I'm always worried I'm going to get too close to them and they're going to be like, oh my god! Like I scare people all the damn time. Like when I turn corners, like people, oh my gosh, a foreigner! Like they don't like people, and they'll say like, oh my god, like, which is like I'm a human being. Why would you say it like all the time just for like existing? Or like I'll see people go to sit on the subway and they're like foreigner, non-foreign. I'm going to sit over there, and I'm just like, no. But I don't know if that's the worst part. I can't really think of the worst part. Jenny, would you mind making a video or blog post about your dental experience in the Philippines? Yeah, I actually filmed a lot of footage from when I was in the Philippines, like of the before and the after. And so yeah, I'll try to make a video on that at some point. I keep forgetting because I'm like, it's been a while. I don't know if anyone still wants to watch it, but I will, because I had a great experience. Korean, what languages do you speak? I just speak Korean. I used to be able to speak Spanish, which is embarrassing. Like, I took Spanish in college until my third year of college. Like, and I was never good at Spanish, but I could definitely like communicate, have like a small conversation, and like, you know, I would write essays in Spanish. And now I swear I only know how to say hello. I don't know what happened. I started learning Korean, and then like all of my Spanish just like disappeared. And so now every time I meet Double Trouble in Korea, like if I have any Spanish speaking people watching Double Trouble in Korea, every time I like hang out with them, I really want to be able to speak Spanish. But all I'm just like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, ¿y tú?
You know more than me.
No puedo hablar en español. That's all I can say. I don't know how to say anything.
Wow.
That's really bad. That could be nothing. That could be absolutely nothing.
Why do people drink so much in Korea?
I mean, Korean life is hard.
Yeah, they got a hard life over here.
It's not the same. Like, I think for us, it's a lot easier because we're not expected to be Korean, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like Korean people, they have to work. Like, their working hours are like crazy long, right?
And like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they just like drink to like escape.
Yeah, life, reality, all the expectations.
Like, I don't want to go home to my wife. I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna drink.
I do, like, and honestly, it's also just a part of the culture in terms of like business and stuff. If you're doing business, you go out for drinks. Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
Yeah, drinking is
right. That's like it's part of the culture. So I think there's a lot of alcohol. I think that they were ranked to have like the most alcoholics in the developed world. Or something like that. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
But
there's people passed out all on the street.
It doesn't count as alcoholism here.
No.
That's a mental disease. We don't talk about mental disorders in this country.
Well, I was talking about it with one of my business students about like alcoholism in Korea. Although he said like he was kind of embarrassed about that. I was like, I mean, don't be embarrassed. It is what it is. But he was like, I don't think a lot of them are alcoholics. And I was like, can they stop? Can they go a whole week without drinking? Nope. Then they probably have a problem. Oh, did you hear though about that girl who got killed in Gangnam?
Oh my god, yes.
Have you guys heard about that? There's a girl who got killed in Gangnam, like earlier this week. Yeah, she was out at a noraebang, like a karaoke room thing with her boyfriend. Like maybe I don't know, it was like midnight. It was like later at night.
Yeah.
And she went to the bathroom, and there was a guy waiting in the bathroom, and he stabbed her to death with a kitchen knife. And he got away. Her boyfriend came in and saw her like laying there dead, which must have been absolutely horrible. The guy got away. He went to work, I think, wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, I read that. He was wearing the same clothes and had the murder weapon in his pocket.
Yeah,
still.
what kind of killer is this? I mean,
honestly,
he's got a problem. Yeah, obviously. But that actually isn't the scandal of the story. The scandal is the reaction people had to it. Well, not people, men, the menfolk.
The reason that he said he killed her was because he hates women, because they like always didn't give him attention. I guess he couldn't get a girl, so he didn't like ladies no more.
Calling them kimchi bitches.
Yeah, kimchi bitches. Are they bougie gold digging Korean?
Yeah, bougie gold digging Korean girls are kimchi bitches, which is my new favorite thing to say, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Like it sounds like I know it's like something like Korean people say, but I feel like when I say it, it becomes real racist.
Yeah. I felt a little weird saying it too.
I asked Jay, I was like, can I say kimchi bitches? And he was like, why not? And I was like, oh no, it's so cool. But it's my new favorite thing to say secretly and not in public. Not in public. But yeah, but there was a similar killing like in the States with a guy who went to, I feel like it was somewhere in California, this really crazy guy who said the same exact thing. Girls wouldn't pay him any attention, so he just went out shooting in the streets and killing a bunch of people.
Wow.
But yeah, so the guy killed her because of that. But the Korean male response was basically that these bitches deserve it.
Yeah, one kimchi bitch down.
Yeah,
that was literally one of the comments I read. It was like,
they're really bad. It's like if you look it up, if it's floating around on Facebook, but I'm sure if you look up the killing in Gangnam, it'll come up. Like the response was horrible. Like kind of scares me. like going out at night. But all these guys were basically like, either she deserved it, she shouldn't have been drinking, so somehow it's her fault that some guy murdered her. Nope. Like, she was with her boyfriend, she was out with her boyfriend.
And like,
even if she wasn't.
The guy didn't know the girl at all. Like, it was just a random, like, killing.
Yeah.
He was just waiting in the bathroom for some trick to come in. And he was like, oh, you first on the list, shank. And he just walked out. Like,
so it scares me a little bit because the reaction from the like,
maybe she wasn't even a kimchi bitch. Maybe she was a nice girl.
He doesn't even know if she was a kimchi bitch.
She could have been a really nice girl.
He just assumed she was. I don't want to say that anymore. I feel like I can't say that word anymore. I'm gonna stop. So hey, has Jenny given up on the idea of coming back to the States? I don't know, you guys. Like every time we talk about having kids, the conversation of going back to the States comes up, and I'm not against it. Like I know people think like when they saw the video that I'm just like against raising our kids in America. I'm not. I think it would be okay in Korea, but I'm also concerned at the same time. Like I'm hoping it would be okay, but I don't know. So we go back and forth between whether or not we're going to go back. It's easier for us to be here just because we can both work. And my schedule can be really flexible. Like if I had kids, like I could teach privates and do the like office business English and stuff, and that would be cool. But in the States, Jay can't really work because he doesn't really speak English. Although his English is getting like much better, but he still doesn't speak English enough to like have a real job. You know? So I don't know. We go back and forth. I haven't ruled it out though because my mommy misses me. I miss my mommy. Oh, mommy. I'll just say that, like, most of the clubs in Korea play a lot of R&B, but I forgot what the name of it is. I haven't gone to a club in so long.
Neither.
I was near to the university.
NB2?
Yeah, NB2. NB2 is NB1, NB2. There's some. There's an NB in Gangnam and in Hongdae. And there's like two clubs. If you go by the university, I don't know if you're here or not, but by the university, there's like a bunch of clubs back there, and most of them are R&B, like hip hop. A lot of them are.
It's kind of like a hip hop kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot of hip hop stuff in Hyundai. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the clubs are fine. I'm not a big clubber. I've never been a big clubber. I get bored. I want to dance for like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and then I want to like hang out with friends.
Yeah, I prefer a bar.
Yeah, I prefer a bar. And like some guy once like grabbed my boobies.
Oh Lord!
At the club, he went like, and then he walked away, and I was just like, who does that? I was with this really like tall. I don't know how to call other guys hot anymore. Anyway, I was out with this guy. He was just my friend though. I was out with this guy, and he saw that guy do that to me, and he was tall, like he was like 6'6" or something.
Oh, you
and he like, and he was like real rich. Anyway, so he saw that guy do that to me, and like ran over and was like about to fight him, which was kind of cool. I like people fighting. Does Korea have a place to get sew-ins for Black girls? Yes, they do. You can go in Itaewon. Well, there's a lot of places, but specifically in Itaewon, there are tons of braiders. Like if you go to there's the beauty supply shop, like it says beauty supply in big letters in Itaewon, and by the cash register, they just have like tons of cards, and you can find people who will do it. There's a lot of people. I know some girl in one of the natural hair groups in Korea flew from Japan to Korea to get her hair braided because it was easier to find here. So, and near the army bases and stuff, there are a lot because there's a huge army presence here. So there are lots of Black folk, and there's actually a lot of African people in Korea. I don't know like what the reason for that is, but so you can get your hair did. I like this Korean guy, but his mom is a bit iffy about me dating, and I'm Black. I really hope it's just because she doesn't want him to date anyone. No, it's because you're Black. There's a pretty big chance it's because you're Black. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of he'll get over it. Like I mean, her mom will get over. Mom maybe. I don't know. That's a hard one. How were your ex-boyfriend's parents about him dating you?
They were really nice. They were super accepting. Like they didn't care. The only thing I noticed though, like when we would go out, like if I would go out like with his family, she would always introduce me as his friend from America to like other people. And I asked him about it. I'm like, why did your mom always like introduce me as your friend from America? And June would say like, oh, it's just because she doesn't want people to just like ask questions or start prying. You know, like Ajma's be like, all up in everyone's business. So he says that he she wanted to just avoid like people just asking questions and stuff. So she just simply was like, "Oh, this is his friend from America." So I don't know, but like I don't know if that's true. But she was like embarrassed, like I didn't want people to know that I was his girlfriend or anything. I don't know, but they were really sweet. Like I used to like stay at their house and everything. Like I've had dinner with them a few times without him being there, and they were really nice. I really miss them actually.
Yeah, I've had other than like. I have a video about meeting Jay's mom, so you guys can look at that. But other than that, when I've had other like Korean boyfriends, and one of them introduced me to his parents, and they were fine. They didn't seem to care. I don't know. They didn't like. It wasn't really that big of a deal. They were kind of cool with it. So I think it just depends on the parents, how progressive they are. I mean, I think Jay's mom doesn't seem embarrassed to like introduce me or take me around with her or. They don't seem to care. I don't know. They seem like fine with it. Although I do know that the like not wanting to introduce you. It's probably not because she didn't like you, but like Jay doesn't really go around telling everyone that his wife is foreigner just because he doesn't want all the like questions and comments that like come with it. Not because he's like ashamed of me. Yeah. It's just like people all in your business.
They really do be.
And he doesn't want them to think he can speak English. That's probably the main thing. He's like, I told people at work that like you were American and stuff, and now everyone thinks I can speak English really well. He's like, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm going to visit Seoul in 2 weeks. My boyfriend for his birthday. Is Lotte World or Everland better? Everland.
Never been to either.
You haven't been to either? Let's go. Let's go. Let's just like take a big ass group of people. I was gonna say black people, but anybody can come.
No, if you ain't black, you can't come.
Anybody can come. I just like walking in big groups because I just feel like
melanin.
Yeah, just the cloud of melanin. Just the cloud of melanin walking through. I feel like they don't get to see that enough. You know? Almost like black girl magic, just like walking down the streets. But anyway, Lotte World is cheaper, and they have Lotte World is indoors mostly. I went on a date once, but we didn't really. I had to go to work like later in the day, so we didn't have that much time to hang out. So I only got to go on like one ride. It was fine, but Everland is more like a Disneyland. Like it's a more of an experience. Like I don't think the rides at either are very good. Like there's no place with like really good rides in Korea, in my opinion. But Everland is more like a whole day thing. I don't think Lotte World is. So you should go to Everland. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like bootleg Disneyland with like fewer rides. But they have like a zoo and stuff. Ooh. You should also try going to the zoo if you don't mind looking at animals that look slightly tortured. You're a little bit sad. They look a little bit neglected. But they have pandas now. It's like $2. No, it's not that they look neglected. It's just that the zoo is so small. Like the cages are so small. Like I'm really hoping that that's just where they are in the day and that at night they get to go to like not roam free, but they get to go to like a bigger enclosure because the space where they are, like that tiger, it's such a small amount of space for like the animals. They don't look neglected though. I should restate that. They look like they're well taken care of. It's just the spaces are really small, and like people be feeding the monkeys and stuff. Really? There's also someone give him a piece of chicken. I was like, why are you giving a monkey a piece of chicken? And they were giving him like there's monkeys like eating a can like a lollipop. Somebody get a lollipop. I was like, somebody needs to be monitoring this. But the zoo is only like it's like 2,000 won or 3,000 won or something like that. Cheap. And they have a panda now. Ariel caught that 66 guy's number.
Yeah, Jenny.
Get you a boot.
You already know. What a number at though?
I don't have his number anymore. I don't even remember his name. He was funny. Oh God,
you're the worst.
So, do we watch any TV shows, Korean and/or American? I am not watching any Korean dramas at the moment. I tried to watch that one that's really popular right now, Descendants from the Sun, but I was bored. I only watched the first episode. Did you watch it?
No. I don't watch Korean dramas.
Yeah, I got bored. I didn't think it was a good one. I'm how old are American shows. I'm watching I'm watching an old my sister gave me her HBO Now thingy, so I'm watching Big Love. It's about a polygamist family. It's an an old HBO show. So yeah, I've been watching that for the past couple of days. But bye Lululuma. Empire, I do not watch Empire.
I like Empire.
I don't watch Empire.
I like Empire.
I can't Empire.
I watch Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder.
So you're like a Sanna lamb.
Yes, I love Shonda. She be getting all the jams, all the TV jams. But yeah, definitely. But I like Empire as well.
On Halloween, we dressed up when we went out with my mom.
The 100, yes.
I started watching it, but I only watched a couple of the first episodes, and I forgot
It's
about it.
so good. I like it.
Yeah, I have seen the K-drama Fated to Love You. Jane the Virgin. Oh, I started watching that because I heard it was really cute.
It's cute. I like it.
I can't watch too many things at the same time.
I'm really excited about Cupcake's question.
What kind of people were you guys? A nerd. N-E-R-D in capital letters. I was the biggest nerd. Like, I'm embarrassed about high school.
I don't even know. Like, I feel like I didn't fit any sort of, like, classification.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was, like, all over the place. And I was a bad student. Like, I was a bad student academically. I never studied. I never did my homework. I'd always do homework, like, the day before report cards came out or something. Like, and, like, I would always do really stupid stuff, like, in school. Like, I wasn't the class clown, but I would still do dumb stuff. Like, I remember one time I decided, like, randomly in German class, she was at her desk, and I just randomly decided to just stand up in my chair. So I just randomly stood up in my chair, and she didn't notice. So I was like, well, I'm going to stand up on my desk. Like, I stood up on the desk, and she still didn't notice. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to walk from this side of the classroom to that side of the classroom on top of the desk. And so I went to the other side of the classroom. She knows she was still looking at me. Yeah. So I get up on the desk. I'm like, just hopping like desktop to desktop.
Are other
students looking at me like, Ariel, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, Ariel? And then finally, I get to the middle of the classroom. In the middle of the classroom, the desks were a little like separated, like so there was kind of like a big aisle between the desks. So I was in the middle of the classroom, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like stretching my leg, like trying to reach over, and then that said, boom. I like broke my life.
I actually think that you're equally as crazy now.
I broke my life that day. And then the teacher looked up and she was like, what's going on? What are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just fell out of my chair. She's like, be careful.
What is he on about?
Black saggy mama asses? What? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means either.
Know. Me in high school, I was like what I would describe as an underachieving overachiever. Like, I was in all the like AP and honors classes, but I was lazy as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I was in all the high level classes, but like we kind of just like our homework was like communal. Like we all just did our homework like together. Like we just cheated all the time. And but I was like a good I was a good student. I got to go to a good university. I was a good student, but I was new. Like I moved to Georgia in high school, so I didn't really know anyone, and everyone was already really close and already had these like tight groups, and I never really felt like I fit into any of those groups. Like I had friends, don't get me wrong, I wasn't like a complete loser, but I felt like I always was feeling a little bit like on the like trying to join people's friend groups, which I hated. I really didn't like that. So I was kind of over high school really fast, and I was kind of like I wasn't a partier. I didn't do any of that stuff. Like I was kind of boring. My parents would be so excited when I would stay out late.
Wow.
I was just kind of a nerd. I was editor-in-chief of the school newspaper. Wow. I played basketball, volleyball, all the like sports and stuff. Like, yeah.
I was really childish. Like, I'm still really childish now. Like, I used to have a Tamagotchi. I would bring my Tamagotchi to school. This was like senior year of high school, maybe.
Tamagotchis weren't even popular at that.
They came back at one point. They came back, and you know me, I was like, oh my god, I had 2 of them. I would bring my Tamagotchis to school. They would go off in class and she'd be like, turn off your phone. I'm like, it's not a phone. It's a Tamagotchi. My baby needs food. And I'd bring my DS to school every day playing Pokemon. And like, so my friends and I would, I would hang out with the kind of nerdy kids. And like, we would play, like, I'd play Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes. I'd bring my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like, we'd be battling each other in Pokemon during class or freaking playing Mario Kart. And like, but then I was also captain of cheerleading team. So like, I like also kind of like hung out with like the cool people, but I wasn't like a cool person.
I did not hang out with the cool people.
Like, I was kind of all over the place. I was in choir as well. So, and like, so I hung out with like the choir and like the band kids. And
I hung out with like the AP kids and like the drama kids, like those were my friends, and like the newspaper kids and the yearbook kids. Like we were like kind of nerds, like not nerdy nerds, but like you can't really be in like the AP classes and not kind of be a nerd.
Yeah,
but we were like that nerdy. Like when I look back, I'm just like, oh, how was I so uncool?
But like I feel like at least when I was in high school, like the kind of like nerdy people were my favorite people. Like I preferred to be with them than like the like cool people because they were fucking rude and like we're so cool. We don't want to talk to losers like them.
They
like,
wouldn't have hung out with me.
So I didn't like hanging out. I didn't like hanging out with mean people.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I was just kind of a nerd. I'll just say that. But
I think we would have been good friends.
Yeah.
Or maybe you would have thought I was annoying. I don't know.
I didn't know. None of the black people wanted to hang out with me.
Same!
I could not make black friends to save my life.
Me too!
That's okay, to be fair, I came to Atlanta at the very last weeks of couple of months of middle school. So I only had like a month or two of 2 months maybe of middle school and then it was over. So I didn't really make that many friends. But all those friends were black. But then when I went to high school, I got put in all the honors classes and then later like the AP classes, and this sounds really sad, but there just weren't that many black people in those classes. And by not many, I mean there was me and one other girl, my friend Danny. Hey, Danny. Like that was it. So we were friends, but like there just wasn't. So when I would try to like hang out with the people who like weren't in my classes, and they thought I was like too bougie or something. So I would try, but I'd be like, hey guys, what's up? You know, and I'm in Atlanta, so I don't know. It didn't go like. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. And they called me an Oreo.
Yeah, I got called Oreo too. And like, I remember this one day in math class, this girl was sleeping at the desk behind me. And I just got out of choir class, so I was like singing. I was in like a singing mood, and I was singing some song that we had learned in choir or whatever. And then she was like, who is doing all that singing? And I was like, oh, let me be quiet. And then like she went back to sleep again. And like I started singing again, like, cause it just came out. And then she was like, is that you? If you don't stop singing, I swear I'm going to slap the black back into you. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, black girls were really mean to me, actually, in high school.
My friend, do you ever get people commenting on your weight in Korea?
Sometimes.
Because, like, I think you're, like, fairly thin still. But, like,
thank you.
Korean girls are, like,
usually half. Korean, like, yeah, they are. Usually, I'll get people, like, that'll say like, oh wow, you have volume body. Oh, I'm jealous of your body. But
volume, yeah, I get that.
But then like I have one co-teacher, and she'll always tell me like, oh Ariel, I think if you lost like 12 more kilograms, then many Korean guys would like you. 12 kilograms.
If you were half of what you were, that's not how.
Like, or like if I'm like dieting and stuff and I maybe stop dieting, or maybe if she notices that I've gained weight, she always lets me know if I've gained weight. She's always like, oh, Ariel, I think you don't diet these days. You should begin diet again. I'm like,
my friend that I saw, like, I went to go out to dinner with one of my friends and his girlfriend. So not that's friend, my friend Hayon, like he's cool. But I went out to go have dinner with him. And when I got there, one of my old friends was also there, this guy. And when he saw me, he just goes, the first thing he said to me after not seeing me in like a couple of years was like, oh my gosh, you're so fat. Like, how the hell did you get this fat? And he like grabs my arms and starts shaking them and like grabs my thighs. And it was like, oh, why is it so jiggly? What is this? What is this? Oh my God. Like, honestly, like, I don't mind my body, but I just didn't know what to do. Like, it was kind of embarrassing to have someone be like, what happened to you?
Yeah. Wow, that's so rude.
It was so rude. I was just really, I didn't know what to do. And in front of my other friends, I was just kind of like, what do you do? Like, I just told him to shut up. And I, like, made fun of him and made it less awkward. But, like, I don't really get people who comment on my weight a lot.
Yeah.
But, my mother-in-law, every time she meets me, it's like, you got fat, you got skinny, you got fat, you got skinny. It's like alternates between me losing weight and gaining weight. Yeah. They really like to point that out here. Which is not the best for self-esteem.
It's not.
If you base your self-esteem on your weight.
Yeah, I don't really care that much. My ex-boyfriend's mom, back then I was bigger than I am now. So she and I, like, whenever we would go home, like, we would eat or whatever, and she'd be like, why don't you guys go on the exercise bike? Why don't you guys go for a walk? Y'all are fat. Because mom would always tell us about how fat we were. And like one time like a group of us went to his parents' house. And so we were all in having breakfast, and she was like giving some food to one of my friends, and she like was like just kept giving me, I think it was kimbap. So she was like, "Oh, like here, have some kimbap, And then I tried to get one, and she was like, "No, you don't need any more kimbap."
Oh man! Oh, Ariel, you lost a lot of weight.
Thank you, but I'm gaining it back though. I've like, let's see, I think when I left America, I was at 160, like 6 pounds. I'm at, oh Lord, I weighed myself this morning. I'm 182. No! Oh no!
Just I want to walk in like slow motion. You know? We need to get like a real like natural. Like I want someone with like just big luscious natural hair also, and just like you know. I better be careful. My ponytail.
That just reminds me. Okay, for those of you who know me from my channel, you guys have met my friend Bettina. Bettina is a dancer here in Seoul, and she messaged me, I think it was like last week or maybe the week before, I don't know, she sent me a message, and she was like, "Oh my God, Ariel." And I was like, "Oh my God, look, girl." And she was like, "I was dancing on stage on live TV, and my ponytail fell out." No. Oh. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Her weave don't fell out on the stage. Oh Lord.
That's just so embarrassing. That is like when I was in high school and I was playing basketball and I went to do a layup and one of my braids came out of the basketball court. And all the white girls on my team were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh my face." Because I was a freshman, I was like real insecure. Oh, I'm dying. Oh my God. Oh, the team. And I'm sure no one heard. She was just slaying.
Yeah, she was killing it.
I have so many pins in this. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Let's just go. I would absolutely be mortified. Bigger size bras in Korea? No.
Never seen them.
You can get them online. You can get them online. I know some girls said they ordered them from AliExpress. So you can definitely get them on AliExpress. They don't really have big size bras here. I think Korean, the average store will have an A and a B cup. And the A cup is like a training bra size and a B cup is like an A cup size.
Yeah.
They're not even the same. They're smaller. About a size, like a cup smaller than they are in the States. So A and B is like normally what you'll see in the stores. And then like some places will go up to a C, which is still only a B. And then I'm like, in Korean says I'm like an F. I tried to get the E and it didn't work. I'm like an F. You can't find that. I mean, you can get it online though. But they're like granny bras.
Granny bras.
Yeah. So from the States, I would say order from the States, bring a bunch with you from the States.
Yeah, I brought a bunch with me from home.
Stupid question. In Korea, do they have locks on the doors in apartments? Not all doors. Some of the apartments I've lived in, the inside doors, I mean, they didn't have locks on all the doors. And like some of the doors are the sliding kind. Like I had the sliding kind door and I couldn't lock it.
Yeah, in my current apartment, I have one sliding door, and then the bathroom door has a door. It locks.
Yeah, the bathroom door, mine also locks, but I didn't have any. But on the outside doors, yeah, they usually use the
keypad.
The keypad.
My apartment old and bougie. I got a key.
Oh, I don't have
weird.
I don't have a key.
This is my key to my house. It's like a weird like.
Oh, it's a circle.
Wait, I don't know where the thing is.
Oh, here it is. There we go. Wait, do I have to do this? Like the
like a beauty guru?
Like a beauty guru. I can't see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's the key. It's
a really weird key.
Do you think it's harder or more competitive now for foreigners to teach English in Korea? Yes. There's not as many teaching jobs anymore. If you want to teach in Seoul, the number of jobs has been greatly reduced because there's no longer high school and middle school anymore. You can only teach elementary school. And they're slowly trying to get rid of the English program for public schools. For Hagwons, there will always be jobs, but now they're requiring people to have more experience, and credentials than before. So I think it's definitely, when I came here I came here in 2008, and it was super easy to get it, to find jobs really quickly, and now it's not because of the reduction in like the number of jobs, and all those teachers who were teaching in public school that lost their middle school and high school jobs all moved to like the private schools. So they took up a lot of the jobs that like new teachers used to be able to get. But you can still do it. Like it's still definitely possible. But I would suggest getting your like TESOL, TOEFL,
Whatever.
All the tests that I didn't take.
How are the bathrooms?
How are the bathrooms? 50, like, I feel like it depends. Because there's a rough bathroom.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, how? Like, sometimes I go to a bathroom and I'm just like, how? How in 2016?
Yeah.
Do bathrooms, they look like outhouses when it's in a building.
Yeah. There's some
And I hate those floor toilets.
My school has floor toilets.
Oh, I hate them.
I feel my foot all the time.
Yes, all the time. Every time I think I've got it, I'm like, you know what? I got this. Right? Every time I think that I've got it, and I can just like, I can get this done, and I can not pee all over myself. I pee all over myself.
Yeah, I pooped on the floor a few times too. But I'm at school, I'm like, I gotta poop, and then like I'm just not aimed right, and my poop falls on the floor, and I'm like, oops, let me just scoop that into the toilet.
But we should do this like once a month. Maybe we'll do a mukbang where we eat. We can film a mukbang. Bye guys.
Good night.
Yeah. Oh, how do I stop this? Bye bye. How do I stop this? And bye. Heart. Oh, I hate this one.
I do it all the time. For a long time, I thought my kids were like telling me something bad. They're my teacher. And I'd be like, what does that mean?
Okay, I'm going now. Bye guys.
Bye.
Yes, I'm sure.